Good morning students. So today we will study about reaction with acid and bases, means when acid and base react with each other, and then we will study about the effect of dilution on an acid or base, and then the strength of an acid and base. Okay, so first is when acids react with base, what will happen? So students, when acid reacts with base, salt and water will form. This process is also called as neutralization reaction. As such, basically, acids nullifies the effect of base, whereas base nullifies the effect of acid. Hence, the product will get neutralized and hence form salt and water. Base react with acid to form salt and water. So, here is an example. NaOH is sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is a base. When it reacts with HCl, hydrochloric acid, it will give NaCl, that is a salt, plus water. Again, one more example, KOH is potassium hydroxide. When it reacts with HCl, hydrochloric acid, again acid react with base, gives potassium chloride, KCl, that is in salt, and water. Okay, so this is about the when acids react with bases, or this is also called as neutralization reaction. Next is effect of dilution on an acid or base. Okay, so the next is effect of dilution on acid and base. So when we dilute the acid and base with water, what is dilution? When we are adding water to it. When we are adding water to acid or base, we will say it get diluted. See, mixing of acid and base with water. If I am, I'm just with example I'm explaining. Suppose this is a mixture, any mixture. You just see an example. Suppose this and we are. So suppose this is a 10 ml of test tube and we are adding 1 ml of, suppose 1 ml of Dettol. I am just explaining the meaning of dilution. Dettol. Okay. Now you just take out 1 ml of Dettol from this solution and again here you take 9 ml of water. 9 ml of water and add this 1 ml of Dettol of this solution to this test tube. So you can get this solution is get more diluted than that of this. Again take 9 ml of water. 9 ml of water. Again from this test tube add 1 ml of this solution to this. So hence more and more water we are adding to this solution, more and more it getting diluted. But now we are not taking, now we are talking about this acid and base. More and more the water is added to it. More and more the water is added to acid, to any acid or base, it will get diluted. Okay. So now it results in the decreasing in the concentration of ions. Definitely if anything is getting diluted, then automatically the concentration of ions will get decreased. That is H3O plus cations and anions, definitely they will get also decrease as per unit volume. Hence acid or base is said to be diluted. Now when acid and base is added to water, the molecule dissociates to form ions. Okay, whenever any acids and base we are mixing water to it, it will dissociate and form water. See, HCl is an acid and when we are adding water to it, it will form H3O plus ions. These are hydronium ions. I explained you previously this topic. Hydronium ions and chloride ions. And now NaOH is a base, we are adding water to it, it will also form ions. Hence we just learn from this that whenever an acid and base is reacting, we are adding water to it, it will get diluted, and more we are getting diluting the acid and base, less the concentration of ions will be. Okay, and whenever the acid and bases are added with the water, they dissociate it to form ions. Look, see, if we are adding the water to acid and bases, it is highly exothermic reaction. A large amount of heat is released, so it is very dangerous also. So never try to add water to the acid because it will get splashed out and it will cause severe burns. So always whenever if you want to dilute it, you add you take water and there you add drop wise acid to that and stirring constantly. Stir that solution constantly and adding the dropwise acid to the dropwise acid to the water. Okay, not take acid and just splash if you are taking acid and then pour water to it, it will get splashed out and it will cause severe burns. So always you can add acid to the water that drop wise and with the constant stirring. Okay, so this is about the effect of dilution on the acid or base. Next we will study about next we will study about the strength of an acid and base. Okay, so before we will start strength of an acid and base, I will just show an activity of your book. Okay students, now we will see this activity. What happens to an acid or a base in water solution? Okay, so what happens? We will take in this activity, we will take few amount of NaCl, that is salt. Okay, and then put H2SO4 and mix it with H2SO4. Okay, that is sulfuric acid, and then connect it with a delivery tube or bent tube. Okay, just close this lid of this tube and connect it to the delivery tube, or you can say the bent tube. Now we will see what will happen. Why we are connecting it? Because during this reaction the gas is evolved. To collect that gas, we are connecting it with the bent tube or delivery tube. Now we will see when NaCl, that is salt, react with H2SO4, dilute sulfuric acid. See, NaCl is in solid form, whereas dilute H2SO4 is in aqueous form. What will be the product? Na2SO4, that is sodium sulfate, that is also in aqueous form. That means it remains in the test tube only. And now we are seeing that some bubbles are coming out from this test tube. So that bubbles are of the gas HCl. Okay. So the HCl gas is in dry form. So now we will, to check it, we will take a litmus paper and just, we will take a litmus paper close to it. Then when this gas comes to this litmus paper, the color of the dry litmus paper will not get changed. Okay, it will remain as it is, like blue. Okay, so but when we are taking the moist litmus paper or wet litmus paper, the color will get changed from blue to red. Because HCl, the moist, see here, the moist litmus paper change will become blue to red, because HCl, now the HCl dissociates into H plus ion and Cl minus ions. So acids only dissociates, so you can say the acids show their acidic properties only in the presence of water. You can write down in your copy, acids show their acidic properties only in the presence of water. Okay, so now we will see how the dissociation of HCl and water takes place. See, suppose this is the water and here the ions are present here, H plus ions and chloride ions, Cl ions. So now this H plus ion are highly unstable in nature. They can't remain as a single. They will get combined with the water molecules and form the hydronium ion. See here, H plus ions are very unstable. They can't be stay single. They will get combined with the water molecules. Here H plus will get combined with the water molecules and form H3O plus ions, that is hydronium ions. Now see, you can write like this, HCl will form hydronium ion plus chloride ions. Okay, so here you will get the ions. Okay, so hence you can see from this activity that the acids are dissociating in water. Acids are dissociating in water into the ions. Okay. Now in the moist, now we will see in the moist climate. Suppose the climate is very moist. So then instead of using this bent tube, you will use this type of tube. You will type this type of tube. This is called as guard tube. Okay, guard tube. instead of this base tube in moist climate. Why? Because this guard tube consists of anhydrous calcium chloride. Anhydrous calcium chloride. Okay, so this anhydrous calcium chloride salts absorb moisture from the test tube when the gas pass from it and always remains it to or always helps it to remain dry. Okay, this anhydrous calcium chloride always absorb the excess moisture and always keep the tube dry. So in moist climate, always use this this guard tube instead of this bent tube. Okay. So here now we see the dissociation of acids. Now if I say you how do the dissociation of bases takes place? So suppose NaOH will get dissociated into Na plus and OH minus. Okay. And now again we will see another example. Suppose KOH will displace into K plus OH minus on. Okay. So the bases are also dissociating in the presence of water and into the ions. So here from this activity we will see what happens to the acid and base in the water solution. So in the next class, students, I will explain you about the strength of an acid and base.